Gucken wir uns gerne nochmal noch Part 2 an. And that concludes my report. You imbecile. I'm so sorry, I lost the new rotation engine and everything. Couldn't care less about that. I tried to do whatever you wanted with it, and it's common to lose materials in the middle of testing. That said, you're incorrect in your assumption of what it is. It is? It's not a new gravitational engine. That you've overcomplicated what it is makes you an imbecile. Then what is it? Something recovered from the Black Workshop. Just everything. Whether it was developed on the site remains uncertain, of course. Judging by the data recovered in your own findings, however, its internal structures points toward it being an artifact. An artifact? Then I really did overcomplicate things. I thought it was some revolutionary tech I didn't know about, but if it's an artifact, then of course I wouldn't know about it. Should have noticed this with the slightest tinkering. It's likely the workshop developed the external structure to draw out a found artifact's power to manipulate gravity. Ja, okay, dann war doch ein Teil von den Emperor's Guardians da drin. And then they could find no practical use for this power. It was developed not further. If nothing else, I give you credit for doing more with it than they could. Huh? So being an artifact makes me losing it even worse though. It's technology we cannot analyze nor reproduce. I have no interest in it. It's really okay? The thing that perplexes me here is that it's the only thing that vanished on site. That an incident occurring right next to the testing site almost strikes me as intentional. What do you want? Overcomplicating things now? Nope, you're not. Der Emperor wollte seine Regalia zurückhaben und dementsprechend hat er dafür ein Luftschiff droppen lassen. Boy. Elysium kann fies sein. Für Elysium hat dann predicted, dass halt die da versucht würde, das Luftschiff zu retten und das Obergear 4 dadurch crasht. And with that, our investigation and post-processing of the Black Workshop is over, for now at least. Nothing else, we don't need to worry about the sites all over, and there's no fear of further outflow. But sadly, that means the stuff that's already leaked out is out of our hands now. It would be a good idea to keep an eye on the black market for weapons, both of the conventional variety and AI run variants. We have to leave that to the Empire's intelligence agency. I doubt they'll find much of anything. The most notable items have either already been scrapped or collected by someone. By which you mean Elysium. It's gotta be. This is society, I presume. I'd say his trends are strong, because I know Novartis was in the Empire during the Great Twilight, but there's no way to pass on the chance to acquire the legacy of the gnomes. He's the supervisor of the 13 factories, right? Going by the data we collected, he's quite a madman. Alright, well, I suspect the two of you would get along quite well, Auntie Erika. He's an engineer through and through, and I don't mean that as a compliment. And my dear, you're gonna need to have a little chat about how you view me later on. And don't call me Auntie. Those two are sure birds of a feather. Genius takes many forms. For the factories, they're going to need reappraisal. The technology gap between them and the everyday world is wider than we ever imagined. But now that they've been cut off from the Black Workshop, I imagine they will be producing less super advanced tech, yeah? Sadly, that's unlikely. As far as I'm aware, there are several engineering organizations within the 13 factories, and all of them are far more advanced technologically than any conventional company. The Black Workshop was just one of them. But I suppose there's been a lot of tech theft back and forth, so everyone's just using everyone else. This whole network seems crazy huge. You knew that from the beginning, dummy. All we can do is keep putting pressure on him like we have always done. And once again, you demonstrate why kids need more than protein powder in their diets growing up, you red-headed reprobate. Our problem isn't just a society. Things on the surface have started moving as well. The desertification of Eastern Samuria is only getting worse. I'm sure you've heard. Oder was? Western? Eigentlich war es nicht Eastern Samuria? Ja, die Desertification of Eastern Samuria. Warum auch immer ich Western Samuria gelesen habe. But even outside of that, thanks to the Great War, multiple Jäger groups and disquieting factions have started to make moves. Even private military companies have started expanding their forces. It's been a hot topic at the guild lately as well. And then there's the massive reparations that the Empire has had to pay the Republic because of the war. The power balance between the two nations has shifted greatly, and that's affecting things on a global scale. For sure, yeah. So I suspect I'm not getting any vacation time from the guild anytime soon. Nope. The meaning behind the term technology is going to grow far bigger than we could ever imagine. While the orbital network is still limited as of right now, it's going to expand. We'll be sending and receiving massive amounts of data faster than ever before. And so, as a representative of Science Center Factory, I've made a proposal. The creation of the West Samuria Tech Union. The West Samuria what now? To put simply, it's an organization made up of engineers and related groups, all helping one another. The true goal here is to raise our total technological savvy through the cooperation of various organizations in the field. Also that we can not only contend with robust factories, but also approach the various problems on the continent from a technological angle. Oh, impressive. It's quite a bold idea, for you anyway. As to say, this organization is pointless if it's not of a certain scope or has sufficient influence. Which is why I'd like you to participate, Professor Schmidt. Do you think I'd go along with this little game of yours? I expected you to act like that. For the record, I plan on getting my dear old dad involved, and I'll be looking into bringing Professor Hamilton into the mix as well. All 3 disciples? So if you're concerned over your own many deficiencies, please don't be. All we really need is the cloud of having your name attached. Thing is, you can leave to the other 2 disciples, myself and the younger generation. You're free to enjoy your twilight years in peace. You really little brat. Fine, you've successfully gotten under my skin. I'll join this little union of yours. That was easy. Aber das erste Mal, dass wir auch jemanden sehen, der auch Schmidt einfach so schnell überstimmen kann. Oder halt umstimmen kann. Normalerweise ist er ja sehr stubborn und naja. Well, at least he admits to taking the bait. Look forward to despairing over just how insignificant you really are. Hopefully you don't start sobbing when you find yourself outmatched with an invention yet again. It only happened because a certain adult decided to give his all against a little kid. Some of us lack the ability to pull out punches, especially against a mouthy girl like you. I'm on your culture, I'm not the same wide-eyed upstart I was back then. Underestimate me and refresh you before you can say adult diaper and dour-faced fart factory. They'll leave you with plenty of time to make it to senior discount night at the country buffet. Country buffet. Got a big mouth? Good. It should make it easier to eat those words. Only if I can borrow your teeth. Head is above, and I thought I was cribby. They pick us so hard that they almost loop back around into getting along, honestly. Anyway, getting back to what you've proposed, the Reinford group will gladly cooperate. Can't make the call for everything here, but I'm sure Mother will agree. I can also offer what little help I have to give. Thank you, both of you. When I look at young talented folks like you, I start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This all sounds fascinating, I wouldn't mind helping out. Oh, I already factored you in, sweetie, believe me. You've written countless dissertations already, and yet also be tremendously helpful through your connections to Jörg Rosenberg. Looks like I've been sucked into this little brand without even knowing it. You really thought this through? Of course, unlike you, I actually have a brain up here. Man, no respect. Well, it sounds like the things are moving in the right direction already. And it does. But in order for this tech unit to really make a difference, it needs the assistance of two other groups. The Epstein Foundation and the Werner Company. Depending on how negotiations go with the Epstein Foundation, I can see them participating. The Werner Company, on the other hand, they are like the RF group, they are an industry academia collaborative enterprise heavily influenced by outside funding. Getting them to come to an agreement regarding these kinds of political problems will be a task. When Professor Hamilton was still with them, he might have been able to use Professor Schmidt and Professor Russell as potential ins. Not so now. I've barely been in touch with her since she resigned as a consultant there. Professor Hamilton, huh? She's helped both myself and Dan out a whole lot. I wonder what she's up to these days. She's probably be more useful than a certain stubborn old sloth I know. She'll definitely be a better fit than some big-headed buffoon who clings to her daughter. I'm sorry? Say that again? I know, kids. Probably you take it down a notch. We have a lot of problems to deal with, so all we can do is take care of them one at a time. Ich bin auch sehr gespannt, wie das alles wieder dann später mal dann zurückkommt, alles im Erebonia, nee, nicht im Erebonia, im Calvard Arc. Ich habe eigentlich echt so Bock, bald Trades into Daybreak zu spielen. Wo sehr. Here we go, about tomorrow's test. I read your report, but I have no intention of extending the deadline. But did she ask for that? No, she didn't. Then don't butt in. Just keep your mouth shut and watch over her. What she chooses to present and represent is up to her. And both of you are too damn stubborn. The next day. Isn't going with this kind of overkill? Our Gear 3 is already a fairly powerful machine. I'm sure Professor Russell fully expects the new model to outperform 3 and has adjusted the difficulty for a test accordingly. You're really ready for whatever she has in store, Tita? I'm ready, and I can't back down from this, not without giving it a fair shot. Mizzy, Juna, Adina, thank you so much for helping me out with this. Since Professor Russell allowed you to enlist some friends, I'm sure she's further adjusted her calculation with us in mind. Hey, you know, this keep like the back of our hands. We'll kick this test butt in no time. And you're the only friends helping you out today. What? Oh, I've missed you all so much. Princess Arvin? I just saw each other pretty recently. What are you doing here, Your Highness? So the last time was the princess. That's right. I have been rather honored at your service. Really? At our service? You informed me what this was all about, including how it was related to Tita's capture and house arrest. I believe I have some responsibility for you being in this position in the first place. Knowing she felt that way, I thought it would be nice to enlighten her of this test so she could offer her a hand. Support will be vital in maximizing Tita's chances of success in whatever is up ahead. Oh, thank you, Missy. Your Highness, I don't want to feel like you're one bit responsible for what happened. Then you wish to turn me down? A fellow captive who was just as involved as you were? Oh, well, I didn't mean to imply you weren't. Was it just me who felt a certain closeness as we overcame such an ordeal together? No, I felt the same way. We've become friends, Your Highness. And I don't see a problem with my being here. What are friends for if not for helping one another when in need? It's true, but yeah, you're right. You never stood a chance against that silver tongue. Well, I certainly wish I could say the same about Reen, but he seems all but immune to my charms. Naja, liegt vielleicht daran, weil er sich mit Music kümmern muss und Music auch immer die ganze Zeit zurückpushen muss und Music übertreibt seine Art. Oh, the instructor's defenses are quite sturdy indeed. You and I may need to resort to more aggressive tactics. Or we don't resort to any tactics at all, or discuss them, or think about them. I think I finally understand what Elise has been suffering through. Back to the topic at hand, then. My brother and sister-in-law would also be very sad to see you leave the Empire like this, Tita. Consider my helping you as serving their interests as much as mine. And then I will. Thank you, Princess Alphine. We'll see to it that you're in no real danger. Not to worry, Altina. If this here artisan compliments my mastery of arts, then I surely have a knack for them. Tora praised you that much? You were with him during the Civil War, weren't you? Sure, that wasn't just simple flattery on his part. It's time to get his show on the road. You understand how the key works, right? Yeah, you're familiar. Alright then, the test requires you to reach its furthest depths. But don't you think that will be easily done? I personally oversaw all the adjustments made to level XX. And for some real pain if you think my settings are half as easy as whatever Grandpa Grinch put out here for you. Oh, she did not just say she makes Professor Schmidt look easy. I might need to recalculate this test threat level. It doesn't matter how dangerous it may be, we'll still pull through. Amtida, let us begin our adventure. You got it. Now we pass as a team. So just know I'm counting on you guys. Na denn? Ich will actually Alfie mitnehmen. Ja, was passt eigentlich? Gibt es irgendwas, worauf ich achten müsste? Ich muss einfach ein bisschen ausschalten. Gut. Natürlich, ich habe einen Detektor. Ich mag immer noch den Granatwerfer sehr. Das ist einfach nur blind, okay. Mhm. So, machen wir es mit Blind raus. Keine Schwester, die ich schon vergessen könnte? Ne, gut. Sehr schön. Ich muss ja Kasche Gas ein bisschen nehmen, damit ich meine EP, wenn ich mir gut hinkriege. Yeah, if I can talk, just come on and hit me with what you got. Hey, can you guys play along? Actually, back up a sec. How do you get a private tea party set up in here? Sorry, I'm honestly not even sure what we're supposed to be doing here. I'm trying to say, every proper young lady worth her salt needs to have a table and tea set on her hand. But since you said it, we should probably fill in poor Kurt on what's going on. Well, yeah, we gotta be an iron-glass fist line of defense here. So we've got this Talon and Kurt. What are you doing here anyway? Let's just say Professor Russell latched on and wouldn't let go. I was so keen on coming with at first, but when she said she was serious about testing Tito's determination, well, as I'm a swordsman, I couldn't possibly refuse to lend my aid if it helped you, so here I am. She knew exactly what to say to him then. Yeah, Kurt can be a little toony for his own good sometimes. Mom, why do you have to be like this? Well, never mind me or what I'm supposed to be actually doing. My real question is, What are you doing here, Princess Alphine? Oh, Kurt, you mustn't fret over the finer details. Regardless of sounding rude, I think we have very different definitions of what constitute as a finer detail. So when I understand the situation, alright, you 3 obstacles the professor has arranged for us to beat. I understand very rightly. So it's me the trouble of having to explain stuff. Nice. Then all we need to do is confront you with all our strength, correct? Yep, no pulling your punches, or you'll be sorry. Recall the initial project was conceived to combat Part Armada, in which case I expect the current version to have at least that much strength, but we don't disappoint. I may have been hoisted into this as a swordsman. I will gladly test your might. Now you're talking, let's take it from the top. Come on, and hit me with what you got. You do, as totally it goes.
覚悟はいい？聞いた。手加減抜きなんだから。いざ、尋常に勝負だ。
Wenn ich einfach einen fucking Crit da habe. So da.
ドライブ開始。やるじゃない。まだまだこれからだ。行きます。やるわね。はあ。私の番ですわ。
Magic Reback for the turns and CB200. Physical Immunity. Ja, das werde ich wahrscheinlich gleich gut brauchen können. Was nur für die anderen? Ah ne, ist auch für sie. I see that's magic attack. That is good to know, actually. Das hat erstaunlich gut funktioniert. Das hat erstaunlich gut funktioniert. Nochmal ein Solarer Springer. Sehr schön. Well, that's that, I suppose. Well, look at that, I'm impressed. Hang on, yes, that's a big weight off my shoulders. Well, where's that? That's all I had to do for your mom. Now I can focus my energy on begging you. Oh, geez, that. You can't tell me with your test, but I can be sure we'll be rooting for you, Tita. I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, you two managed to bounce right back, and I thought that energy after such an intense fight is a mystery. Something else, right? Okay, forget about us. You gotta keep going, but don't let your guard down, okay? Not until it's all over. And Tita? Yes, Kurt? When the bench campus believes in you, you're already more than proving yourself with me. But don't forget that there are lots of people who couldn't be here today who are crossing their fingers. Und? Thank you, Kurt. Adorable. Gehen wir kurz rein, wir haben wieder viel EP verbraucht.
ので今回の趣向がなんとなく分かったわね。この様子だとまだまだサプライズが待っていそうです。お母さんったらとにかく頑張らないと。難敵です。気をつけましょう。
Repeat on here is please.
やったレアモノです。
So, wir sagen Monster, der noch hier neu ist. Der Wurm war hier neu. Ich werde wahrscheinlich scannen müssen.
こちらの先生です。アークス駆動。逃がさない。行きます。ごめんなさい。行きます。アークス駆動。やあ。さてと。ブリュー照射。そこです。続きますわ。お返しです。光よ。助かります。はい。それ。これにて戦闘終了ですわね。
Ich habe gerade geguckt, ich gescannt habe. Ich bin dumm. Egal. Wenn ich jetzt so noch nochmal zu scannen, aber egal. Ich glaube, die Daydream-Sachen werden eh automatisch dann gescannt, wenn man sie viel besiegt hat. Dementsprechend ja. Schneller. Danke.
強そうな敵。強そうね。気をつけて。行きます。アークス駆動。ごめんなさい。行くわよ。逃がさない。ファイヤー。警護します。光よ。助かります。させな。はあ。私の番ね。逃がさない。崩れた。続きます。さてと。アークス駆動。やあ。はあ。はい。アークス駆動。行きます。行きます。はあ。やあ。行くわよ。逃がさない。崩れた。続きます。とどめ。
Schön.
Oh.
Hier. Yeah. Nächster Fight. So I made it, huh? Guess this means I made it through round one easy enough. Sure. As I occurred with those girls, I assumed Ash would be waiting somewhere up ahead, but not. I mean, what a pleasant surprise. I wasn't thinking you would be roped into this as well. The feeling is mutual, Your Highness. I'm just as surprised to see you here. Are you sure it's okay to step out of $5 without saying a word to anyone else? Oh, nobody will worry, so if I'm gone for a day, it may create work for Representative Regnus and Elise, but what can you do? I'm sure Elise will be able to make short work of any fuss caused, Your Highness. I should know, I used to cause plenty of grief in my time. Tell me something I don't know. Hate to rain in on your parade when you only just got here, ladies, but ain't no way you're getting past us. Seem to be eating this up, as they say, Ash. Maybe. Not like I volunteered for it. That Racker engineer forced me into doing the whole test thing. But I figure if I have to be here, I might as well take this chance to unwind and really get wild. Excuse me, you just call me a wacko. I think the last time you and I fought on the same team was back at Imperial Fortress, huh, Ash? Chance like this don't come around every day. I think I'll try and show what I've got in me too. Sure, she's like family to you, right? And being like family means I already know how strong she is. Just like you know what your classmates are made of after working together with them so much, right? Yeah, I guess so. Feels kind of strange to be in charge of conducting tests and in the key for a change. But you two have the right idea. There's no better time to see how my students have grown than now. Juna, Artina, and Muse, I want you to find me with everything you have. Show me what you've learned at Forest. Same goes for you, Your Highness. I want to see the fruits of your training since the end of the Civil War. It would be my absolute pleasure to demonstrate. Yeah, the man. We gotta do what we gotta do. We're in this to win this. Indeed. I'm quite interested in seeing how well Instructor Wing performs against us as well. I'm ready when you are, Tito. Hey, let's go right now. Good luck, everyone.
君たちの本気、この目で見せてもらう。じゃじゃ馬たちもせいぜい気張れよ。それじゃあティータ、始めようか。
私の番です。轟け、トールハンマー。行きます。アークス駆動。させない。私の番ね。逃がさない。ファイヤー。ごめんなさい。はい。アークス駆動。
そこだ。スキャリ。負
けないで。ありがとうございます。させない。私の番です。行きます。私の番ですわ。やあ。チャージします。私の番ですわ。アークス駆動。よーし。
Oh, I'm burning out machen.
行きます。アークス駆動。はっ。行きます。ごめんなさい。いや。
行くよ。
行きます。スキアリです。追撃します。よーし。逃がさない。チャンス。続きます。
そろそろ本気で行くぜ。
さてと。回復します。あらき山ヒーでございます。負けないで。ありがとうございます。崩れた。
もらった。
Sekretariates brauchen, definitiv.
私の番です。行きます。ブラストフォース。行きます。回復します。あらき山ヒーでございます。行くわよ。さあ、行くわよ。エネルギー充填。シュート。まだまだ。ゴー。バリアントチャー
ジ。成長したな。そこだ。合わせよう、リン。 分かった。
お返しです。私の番ですね。さあ行きますよ。それそれ。オーバルエネルギー充填40、80。まだまだ行きます。120%。
Lasermusik mal weg.
まだ終わりじゃないよ。
行きます。
Das könnte doch was gehört werden. Oh, Reen's down. Yes.
大したもんだ。本気で行くよ。
行きます。
やるじゃねえか。僕は迷わない。
Ich hätte nur eigentlich, glaube ich, surviven können.
ファントムレイド。そのまま眠ってたいい。
よっ。
救護します。ありがとうございます。よーし。やあ、フレアネスハート。私の番です。アークス駆動。私の番ですね。覚悟。外れました。いただき。はい。アークス駆動。よーし。はあ、くらえ。チャンス。続きます。行きます。行きます。はあ。チャージします。ありがとうございます。なんとかなりました。よし、やっと各種ステータス。
I don't know how we passed that one. You did great. Your teamwork and coordination blew me away. Should have no trouble getting through the last try if this is what you're putting out. There's one more hurdle to go, you're saying? I'm not going to defeat you, Tita. I promise you're going to pass with flying colors. You're going up against opposition even tougher than this round, though, and then you're sure in for a tough fight. Maybe, but your Highness has the right idea. You'll get through it as a team, Tita. You won't be going at this alone. So one way or another, it's going to be okay. That's not brother. I've got something to say to you. What is it, Ash? Fact is, you're invited to engineering at the branch campus. Think Pablo can take over what you're going on. It's like the cooking club. If Sandy was the lone soldier over there, she would be powerless to stop whatever the hell Freddy does. So show some spine, damn it. You're not helpless. Just go out there and prove it. Thank you so much, Ash. I guess there's one way to give someone a pep talk. That's Ash for you. He means well, though. And I think we'll be taking our leave and moving on. Farewell, boys. Alright.
皆さんが心から応援してくれてるのを感じますね。ええ、これもティータさんが第二に来て培ってきたものでしょう。そうだと嬉しいけど、絶対に乗り越えてみせるよ。皆さんの思いに応えるためにも。チャンスね。
Gucken wir noch, was ich jetzt habe. Ja, nee, er war das Kind.
ブリューナ勝者、今です。続きますわ。私の番ね。逃がさない。はいやー。ごめんなさい。チャンスです。いただき。私の番ですわ。光よ、闇を照らして。私の番です。
Wait, you summoned little guys. Oh.
ブリューナ勝者、今です。続きますわ。行くわよ。逃がさない。チャンス。続きます。私の番ですわ。や行きます。えい、行きます。や負けないで。ありがとうございます。私の番です。行きます。ブラストホース。私の番です。それ、私の番ね。チャンス。続きます。私の番で。や行きます。や行きます。や敵集団を撃破。終点が見えてきた。いよいよ最後の試練ってわけね。はい、皆さん力を貸してください。もちろん最後まで精一杯サポートしますね。
Let's go. There you are. Hi there. Suspected with you last in line. Not by choice, but here I am. What's that Irish thing next to you? Got a bad feeling about this. I thought you never ask. Of course you're behind it, Mom. This baby's narcissism developed using data acquired from the society. Just me, or has something like this happened before? Needless to say, I didn't just copy-paste the damn thing. It's been loaded with all kinds of modifications to soup it up. Are you the one controlling it, Professor? I am, remotely of course. But to be part of this final test as much as I could. So let's hop to it, and the final test begin. Anyone, please lend me your strength. Let's do it. You to rock and roll. Anything for you, Tito, and I'm ready for battle. Here we go. Oh, time out. I gotta do my thing first. What thing? Fuck, crying out loud. Here you go. Yeah. Not in front of other people. What is she doing, Tita? This is her success dance. It's a little ritual she does before any big test or experiment. I do feel this is her big test. I think it looks fun. It looks like fun. No, this isn't just any success dance. It's a level 3 success dance. We got more to go. I'm about to get this machine nice and warmed up. Yeah! I knew you'd pull this crap. Would you knock it off, Erika? Relax, just I'm doing some light exercise. It's not like I'm aiming for you, alright? Erika, Alter. Mist. I heard it. Not aiming from me, my ass. Trust me, do you think my world revolves around you? Newsflash, it doesn't. Now stop squirming around so much. Okay, I will. going on here? Mom, it's dangerous. Poor Agatha. For all his love, he still hasn't passed the mom test. And won't have come late. Will you go when you are? Sad ideas, as a woman. Oh, I get a girl, sir. Is this all it takes to bring an A-ring bracer to his knees? Who's on his knees? I'm ready to go. You already okay, Agatha? I no problem on my end. You worry about yourself. Listen up, Tito. I didn't do enough to protect you during the Great Twilight. It's not true. Here it is. That's why I don't got the right to whine to your mom this time, and that's also why I'm standing on this side instead of yours. Alrighty. Gotta be the one to prove it to her. Sure, you're not the short staff she needs to be so protective of anymore. But can you do it alone? I know you can, even when I'm not pulling any punches. Better come at me with all you've got, Tito. Okay, get ready for a beatdown then, okay?
それじゃあ最終テストを始めるわよ。
覚悟はいいな、ティータ。受け止めてやるから全力で来い。
光は助かります。負けないで。ありがとうございます。行きます。
Das war ein bisschen moving.
私の番ね。逃がさない。行きます。私の番です。アークス駆動。負けないで。ありがとうございます。
Kann ich mir den Seriograph klauen?
私の番ですわ。アークス駆動。
Oh. Control disconnected.
行きます。アークス駆動。はっ。よーし。行きます。ブラストフォース。私の番ね。逃がさない。チャンス。続きます。いや。私の番ですわ。 アークス駆動。私の番です。アークス駆動。チャージします。ありがとうございます。
まだまだここからが本番よ。
は
あ。まだまだこれからだぜ。
よーし。 はあ、私の番ですわ。アークス駆動。さてと。回復します。アルティウムヒール。ありがとうございます。はい。 ありがとうございます。感謝します。私の番ね。万物の攻撃。
Perfekt.
行くわよ。
Noch irgendwas, was wir machen könnten. Wir können eigentlich schon direkt offensiv reingehen, so das Ding.
ディビジョントランスフォームシンクロ完了ブレイブモードアクセルズバッとソラリスブリンガ
やるじゃない。
ー私の番ねじゃあフレアネスハートはいみんなを守ってセークリッドシェルはい
So.
行きますよそれぞれオーバルエネルギー充填40、80まだまだいきます 120%
Laser sie weg.
ゲインペース発射さあ行くわよ
That's no problem.
エネルギー充填シュートまだまだゴーバリアントチャージ
機能停止。ちょっと
大
赤毛。
したやつ
何やっ
だ。
てんのよ。
よ
It's only defeated.
これで大丈夫ね
You won. They're tremendous opponents, to be certain. How the heck did they make sure a killer team and their Reverie be killing each other? It's a strange sort of harmony built from years of constant feuding. I don't think I'll be able to wrap my head around that. Whatever, it's over, right? Thanks so much, guys. I was able to pass the test because you were here to support me. Ah, don't sell yourself short, either. All I did was give you the teeniest bit of a helping hand. Sowas würde ich das nicht sagen. Alfin und Aldi haben gecarried, aber alright. But I mean, just today, everything up till today counted just as much. I've learned and gained so much. Maybe it wasn't all easy, but that's okay. Even the hardest of times lost their precious memories to me because we were there to make them that way, and I won't forget them. So really, thank you for making my journey worth its while. Oh, Tita. It was our pleasure. And now we can make plenty more precious memories, because next... How about that? I know you worked hard, so I could stay, but tomorrow I'm going back to Reverie with my mom. What? Why? Did you pass your test? Failing the test wasn't the only condition. I had to show you something of worth to convince you to let me stay. Sure passed the test here, but I've got nothing to show for the other condition. Because of what happened during testing. You know, my great uncle was aboard the ship you saved, Tita. I can talk to your mother, so you... Making me say, well, that's okay. Even if I hadn't lost the device that made my prototype function, it would have been impossible to reproduce. The technology was dead in the water, so either way, I wouldn't have anything worth presenting. Don't say that. We're staying in Erebonia for now, right, Agane? Me going home early means we won't see each other for a bit. I'll be a little lonely without you, but I'll keep my chin up. Did you participate in today's test knowing you were going home? Yeah. I want to prove that the past year I spent here wasn't a waste. Now that I have, I've got no regrets. Oh. I want you to go. You sure about that? Mom, you guys still haven't completed the Obergear 4, no? As my daughter, are you sure you won't regret leaving that unfinished? Huh? Do you mean... I believe you've earned yourself enough time to stay until you graduate. But how? I didn't finish the Obergear 4 in time. I read the incident report about a crash that happened the day before yesterday. A report? I didn't write any report. You didn't, but right here sure wrote up enough detail to put anybody to sleep. I did. Picture Cornelius done by a toddler and you got a scale and headache I had to sift through. Shut up, I know I'm not a writer. But it did at least give me a clear idea of what happened. I still have to figure out a new source of power, but I like what I read. Fast but maneuverable and capable of saving lives. Proof beyond doubt that you can improve upon what you started through the Obergear 3. Enough to be something of worth to me. Mom. That means I'll be expecting updates from you or not? Better show me some good stuff. Of course, for sure, Mom. Now that I'm not stressed over transferring out anymore, all kinds of ideas are coming to the surface. I better throw up blueprints before I forget. She's always got engineering. She's always got engineering on the brain. It only adds to her unique charm. I got that right. Mr. Schwarze? Please keep looking after my daughter. Of course, I may not be her homeroom instructor, but I think I can speak for all of us here. We do everything in our power to ensure she has a wonderful, fulfilling life as a Force Military Academy student. Adorable. Sie ist kurz davor, wieder den Nuclear Bomb hochgehen zu lassen, to be honest. Die Nuclear Bomb geht gleich los. Sehr schön.